won't you look at that? It's time for more Behind the Blurb. Now, who do we have behind the blurb this week? Why, our one and only Zach Ault, of course.
Hello. How you doing, Colton?
Doing good, yourself?
I'm alright.
Zach Ault, more like Zach Ault, Skin 12.
Alright.
Had to make the joke. So, you've now experienced your first 2 official episodes of the blurb. But let's take it back to before those episodes. Why did you want to join the blurb?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be kind of fun. I remember seeing the descriptions for all of like the TBT things, and I think the blurb kind of stood out as being like pop culture stuff, and something I generally enjoy. So, like having different talks as well would be fun to me. Yeah,
blurb in general is just very enjoyable. If you now that you've experienced your first couple episodes of the blurb, if you could summarize the blurb in one sentence, what would it be?
I'd just say something simple like just a good time. It's just fun.
It's a good time. It's always good and fun times. It's always a fun and good time, like how like every week we always are flexible with like our blocks and how we flexualize everything. And speaking of blocks, I think if my memory serves me correctly, I think Voice of God wants to ask you something.
Hello. What is your ideal block, Zach?
That's a great question. Honestly, I don't know. Definitely some kind of talk. The game shows are fun, don't get me wrong, but I like just the conversations a little bit more.
Exactly.
Probably something like, I don't know, something to do with maybe new movies coming out, because I'm a big fan. Like, I know we got Deadpool 3 or Deadpool and Wolverine coming out soon. I can't wait for it. So, like, there's just a bunch of new stuff, and I think that'd be fun to talk about.
It would be so fun to talk about. I also can't wait for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Speaking of movies, if you could just make whatever movie you would always want to make or produce, what would that be?
I'd definitely say make a good Resident Evil movie, because there's been a lot of Resident Evil movies. There was like 5 or 6 or something like that, but they were all kind of meh, like very in the delicious garbage tier of movie. But if there was a really good one, like one maybe like Resident Evil 7 that was like actually horror and actually good, then I think I'd really enjoy that.
Fair. I would hope for a good Resident Evil movie myself. And let's see here. If you were in front of James Gunn, picture yourself being in front of James Gunn. If you could only ask James Gunn one question, what would it be?
Probably something like, how do you pick your cast? Like, what do you look for? Because, like, if I was directing, I don't even know how I would, like, be like, this guy, he's Superman. Like, how do you decide that? It's such a big decision. And, like, I don't know. I think it'd be very interesting to hear.
It would be very interesting to hear. And that's a really nice hoodie you have, by the way.
Thank you.
Where'd you get it from?
I want to say Aeropostale. I think it says it somewhere on here, but it also says like New York on the sleeve. New York. I can't really show it, but New York.
You know what they say? No sleep till Brooklyn.
All right.
Fist bump it.
All right.